What is up, YouTube and all my fish keeping friends? How is everybody doing out there in fish tank land? Woo! Hope you guys are having a good Sunday. I always get nervous when I get on here, like when I first get up here, just like the 10 minutes before I have to go live. I don't know why. It's like I'm going on stage for 1,000 people or something. You know, I get 10 minutes into it and I get completely comfortable and whoo, but I don't know why. I'm a little shaky. I have had enough. I've had enough caffeine to probably kill a horse, but anyways, everybody's in here. Tampa Tom is in here first. I've got Science Gal Aquatics, Daryl Dimmer, K-Town Reapers. Enjoyed your stream last night. Ron's Friday's Fish Fact. How are you? Bearded Bobs, how are you? Jess Shrimp Granny, how are you? It's really awesome. I missed it. I totally missed it, but I know you're streaming live now. Jess is doing the live thing now. I'm gonna have to catch that. I'll catch the replay, but I like to catch you live too. King and Queen Cichlids. I don't know how loud the music is. I'm playing new music. It's new stuff. See how you guys like this. There's links to this below in the description. It's no copyright sounds, I guess is believe the name of the channel. Audio library. Priscilla, how are you? I'm working on coffee. I've had a lot of coffee. I am fried, you guys. I am fried, guys and gals. I've been up all night. I've been working on a piece of a video like I've never worked on one before. I put a lot of work into this and I'm only like a third of the way through it. Probably less than a third of the way through it, to be really honest. But I want it to be done like any other piece. I don't want it to be something that takes me a week to make this thing. I need to grind and get it done. I enjoy doing this stuff. I enjoy the editing. It's really fun. So it is fun doing it, but you know, life happens too. It's like you can only sit in front of the computer for so long, and it does suck the life out of you just a little bit. But I get into the zone. That's why it sucks the life out of me, because I'm having fun. I'm just like I get lost in it. I need, you know, it's nice to have the whole house to myself for that. Anyways, so the title of my stream. What is the title of my stream? Boy, oh boy. YouTube versus fish keeping. It's really similar to what King and Queen Cichlids are going to be talking about tonight. Similar in respect to just the hobby and YouTube and how it reflects and how we balance that with our life. Because, you know, the hobby, it's a lifestyle for me. I live in the middle of my fish tanks. It's my life. But the hobby is one thing, and the fish always do come first. But there's the fish, and then there's the community, which I do like to keep the community kind of separate from YouTube. We're all on YouTube here, but we all talk on Facebook. We see each other in person at events and stuff like that. So the community is the community. But YouTube is just YouTube too. Not to belittle it, but I think people need to. I try to keep check on that and remember that, like, YouTube is not the fish keeping community. This is just it's just one little website on the internet. So I know as a content creator, there's a lot of content creators out there as well. You get a little obsessed sometimes with doing what you're doing, and it's just there has to be. You definitely have to try to keep a balance with your life. And I'm sure I am single, and I think the reason why I'm single right now is because of following my dreams and doing what I want. And if it doesn't work between two people, like it's just not gonna work between two people. So and I think it's a beautiful thing when it can work, because like I just said before, for a lot of us, fish keeping is more than just a hobby. When you have it's a lifestyle, you know, and like they eat before you sometimes, some of them fish. They come first in a lot of cases. So they're part of the family for a lot of us as well. So it's that's it. But I don't know. I've just been going over a lot, looking at my content, and you know, you can get stuck in a rut too. You can get stuck in a pattern of things, and I feel like I've been in a little bit of a rut and a little bit of a pattern, and been talking to some of my good friends, people that I admire, other content creators, and people in the hobby and on the platform. And I've really YouTube doesn't like me. Not to complain and get on like too much shop talk, but the YouTube, I've pretty much I'm on YouTube's bad side just a little bit. I've neglected YouTube enough to kind of, they don't suggest me as much as I could be for almost 13,000 subscribers. But not that I'm wanting to complain. And I've done it to myself, and it is, like I know I could be somewhere else, but then again, once again, YouTube is just YouTube, which is nothing to do with. I mean, it does, but my hobby is there's a lot that you guys don't see. I mean, every day I live with these things. So, anyways, I'm starting to ramble. But my point is that there definitely has to be a balance between it all, and that's what really makes it work. But I've definitely been trying to change things up. I'm gonna do something a little different. I just want to have a little bit more fun with it, because I've been doing a lot of the same content, and it's not, as an artist, I feel like I'm an artist first and foremost. And for me, it's got to be fun. I have to be like pumped to make a piece, and like what I'm working on right now, I'm really excited. I'm enjoying it, and that to me is the fun part of it. That's when I'm in a good place, because I'm doing it for the right reasons at that point. I'm having fun. Like the editing process is fun. But hundreds, this piece has got like hundreds of cuts in it. Like, it's daunting, but it's the right way to do it. I think for me, like I like the style. It's just a little bit of a new style that I'm working on, but oh boy, I've never cut up film so much in ever, really. So I'm a little fried, and then after this I'm gonna take care of my fish. I promised myself, and that's one thing. Once again, the fish come first. I told myself today I'm gonna take care of the fish that need their essential care today. Get that, check that off my list, and then I've deserved and earned. I could spend the rest of the day sitting in front of this editing bay and just grind away at this, and probably stay up until 2 or 3 again. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow here, so I have to go to work, but it'll be like a really lame day at work. I'll be like trying not to get wet at an outdoor like kiosk, renting boats in the rain. No one's gonna rent anything anyway, so I'll be able to like be hungover from editing tomorrow, and that'll be fine. So yeah, I plan to spend the rest of my night editing away. Anyway, so that's the shop talk there. But yeah, I look forward to King and Queen Cichlids tonight. I've been loving your topics. Really been hitting on some good hot topics that are it's reality stuff, because that's really what it is. I mean, it's all a balance. It's all a balance. And yeah, I would love to be in a relationship, in a situation. I have a lot of awesome friends in the community, really support me, and that's beautiful. But it'd definitely be nice to be in a, it'd be a beautiful thing. I really admire your situation between the two of you, where you can share the hobby together, share it as a lifestyle, and work with each other, and that's a beautiful thing. It's awesome stuff. Same with like Dwayne Kitchell, just other people I can see here in the chat. Him and his wife both love it. It's really cool to see two people can sit there and just geek out together. That's fun. I wanted to say thank you to the $10 super chat. I didn't mean to totally ignore that. I was just ranting away. Thank you for the $10 super chat. I really do appreciate it. Mike's Fish Barn, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I know the copy, it's sitting over here. I'm hoping these stickers hold out. These are not designed to be like washed, so I'm trying to like love this cup as almost like it's a prop and just wash it gently. So I want it for I like it for the conventions. It's nice to have for when I go to the conventions and stuff. But these these stickers are I know that they're not gonna last that long with the wear and tear of it being an actual food item thing or whatever. Anyways, Dwayne Kitchell, we need to get you married. We don't need to go there right now. I'm good. That's not the subject we were getting at. No, you guys can talk about that tonight. Anyway, so I guess we go over a couple of things that have been going on here. I'm not really like on any deep subject besides just just really going over the reality of like there's definitely a balance between and there definitely has to be there's a reality check when it comes to like the platform and the fish tube. It's all awesome, and I love the community. I love it. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. But there's definitely a difference between that and like the hobby itself, and there's some really serious people in the hobby that are very, very passionate, very, very knowledgeable, and to be honest, they're too busy doing the work that they do. They couldn't have a YouTube channel. Like, and it's almost like it's up to us if we can get to those people to document that stuff through our channels, share it with you guys. So there's that opportunity there, but there's so much going on that's not on YouTube. Not, like I said, not to belittle YouTube, but it is what it is. Just a platform. I'm waiting to see our fish keeping community like blow up on like Twitch or something. I really haven't seen that happening. I don't know who's over on Twitch. I'm sure there's some saltwater guys over on Twitch. I don't know how the audio is. If the music's got to be a little bit better. This is a little bit more of an upbeat like dance stuff. Oh boy. Failure. Nobody's a failure here. Every day it's learning lesson. Looks like I get commercials on this channel. Oh, but they don't make really noises. That was just like a little thing, a little noise. Anyways, so a couple things that are going on. There's been some stuff going on in the fish room. I do have my angelfish are healing. This tank is my #1 priority today. After I get off of the stream, behind me, my blackwater tank, it's gonna get a solid water change and remedicated. Mostly just salt. I'm really not gonna go heavy on any medication. It really just needs some salt in the water to help with their slime coat. And that's really where I'm leaving it. I don't like to overuse medications. I use it where they definitely need to be, and that's I just try to keep it. I don't want it because it really will overstress the fish, and people really need to keep that in mind too. When you are medicating, putting anything in that water, you're just blowing up that TDS right through the roof as you do that. And every time you need to, there's lots of water changes need to be happening in between all that to make sure that you're keeping that water clean too, or you're just gonna suffocate the fish and they're literally gonna drown. Let's see. So I have them. They're being taken care of. My #1 like problem child. You can see it behind me. It just lingers over my shoulder. Frustrates me. I think it's been a year now. I'm like, oh, I'm over this tank. I love my yellow caradinas, and they don't seem to care about the algae bloom. But that is just an eyesore. It hurts to see it in the background there. So that tank, I'm like really over it. I'm ready to just really start fresh with that. Once again, that is a dirted, planted, like Wallstad method tank. So it is not, I'm kind of over that. I got too much going on to like risk playing with something like that right now, especially if I have some really quality shrimp in there, or something that's truly special, or something that I'm working on. I just need to, I'm kind of over the Wallstad thing. Just a little bit. So yeah, I'm ready to like totally nuke that tank. Rob, how are you? Good to see you here. So many people, I'm totally not trying to ignore you guys. SC Fish Keeping, good to see you here as well. Amber, Big City Betas. So many people in here I look forward to seeing at Aqua Shella in Chicago. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have fun with that. It will be fun for sure. There'll be some content to be made for sure. For me, a big part of it is the community. It's a chance to actually just hang out and geek out in person and check out new products. Yeah, it's fun stuff. It's definitely worth doing if you can be there. I definitely look forward to meeting as many people as possible. I've made some really awesome friendships through this platform and through the content through Facebook. But these conventions a lot of times are the best way to really. I don't have fish clubs and all that, right? Like you guys know that it's really tough for me. So these conventions are really how I've formed a lot of really strong relationships in the community. Shishi's Bubble Nest, how are you? Susie Q Aquatics, what's up? Oh, I wish you could go to Chicago as well. Calypso's Reefing, what is up, man? This is a little bit more upbeat music. It's all right. It's all right. So yeah, I can't wait to get this video out for you guys. I'm really pumped about it. Like I said, just because it's like a new style for me, I'm doing something a little bit different, and I don't know. I like to see. I can't wait to see how it comes out myself. You know, I want to get to the end so I could play it and listen to it. Whew, I just can't wait to get to like the music. Like that's just like that. To me, like the music is just like the icing on the cake. It's nice to get to that point when you're editing. Anybody out there that edits, I think they know what I'm talking about. You know, you get to get like the icing on the cake, just like finishing it off, glazing that thing off, hit the render button, and you're done. It's such a good feeling. And then you can like get up, walk around, get some blood circulation back into certain parts of your body, maybe. The struggle is real. The hustle, I like to say, the hustle is real. It's not a struggle, it's a hustle. And it feels good. I think that's a really important thing to me is if you don't enjoy doing this, you shouldn't be doing this. If you are a content creator out there, I know there's a lot of content creators in this chat right now. And if you don't enjoy the editing and you don't enjoy sitting in front of that tank with your camera, filming and getting those B-roll shots, and you shouldn't be doing it. Like, cause you're gonna you do a lot of that. You gotta do a lot of that. And I don't know. That's the fun part for me. And like other people, like Corey, just to quote Corey, one thing I agree with him. People have asked him and asked me, how long are you gonna do this? I'm like, I'm gonna do it as long as I'm having fun and I'm enjoying it. That's the whole point behind this. This is a passion-driven project. It's a way for me to do what I love and live my passions, and I wish that for everybody. I want everybody to do the same thing. I want everybody to be able to do what they love for a living, be able to sustain themselves mentally, physically, financially, everything with living their passions, following their heart, following their dreams. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't. I don't know. We all pretty much have that opportunity. I mean, there's unfortunate events, but for the most part we all have the opportunity to make our dreams come true if we really want it bad enough. If the fish, no, Dwayne, I really don't want that to be. No, it's not that's not the case, Dwayne. It's really more of like fitting it into a regular schedule again. I remember when it was like that was the main part of my schedule. My live stream has become like my most important thing of the week, but I have to kind of like get that back where like I put a lot of work into that, and I'm trying to figure out a way where I like could put a reasonable amount of time into it, but not like yeah. That was a grind. It's like what I'm doing the piece I'm working on right now is like 4 times what the news was, because the news was a lot of cutting stuff up and a lot of research as well, which I enjoyed it, but I probably put 2 evenings like after work, and then my 3rd day of like editing and posting. So probably 2 days of research and collecting stuff and watching, making sure that I'm subscribed to like every fish keeping channel possible, so that I'm actually not trying to, my goal was to not be some biased thing where like I'm just talking about the channels that I like and I'm friends with. That's totally not what I was going for. And at the same time, I wasn't just trying to give shout outs to channels. My goal was actually like share some news. Like if a channel actually shared something that was newsworthy or actually was valuable to the community, I wanted to be able to share it even farther, to spread that so that everybody got to absorb that piece of information. It's I don't know, too many people I think thought it was like a shout out, and I think that's where I got burnt out too. I was like, I need to revamp this so that it comes across the proper way, and it doesn't. And other people I was getting hate because people thought that I was being biased. I knew that would happen. It's gonna happen. But being the news, definitely you can get some heat for that too. You definitely gotta be willing to take the heat. Yeah, yeah. Play with fire, you might get burned. Anyways, now I want to make it a little bit more worldly. Oh boy, this song is intense. I feel like I should be like in like jazzercise from gym class or something. Whew. Shrimp Granny was day. Yes, I miss putting the suit and the tie on and going and doing the do. I definitely do miss that. Anyways, I'd like to do some more interviews with people around the world on completely different like time zones, but live. Like, you know, I was actually supposed to go live today with somebody from Germany, and something got lost there in communication and whatnot. We did not. Communication line was broken. I'll just say it that way, or nothing. It just didn't. Things did not finish out there. But my plan was this Sunday to go live. Go live with somebody from Germany this morning for most of you or whatnot. Anyways, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Oh boy. Yes, water changes first. Fish come first. So I'm gonna grind away with the fish a little bit here. Love my fishies. And oh, another thing. So there's a lot of stuff that's like I need to like update on though. I mean, Elliot, for anybody out there that cares, Elliot definitely. Obviously, I would have brought it up if something was worse. I guess that's one thing about me. If I don't keep talking about it, then it's probably getting better. I don't know, but Elliot is doing much better. It is healed up. It's really nice to see him heal up. And like after hanging around with dolphins and looking at the way that they heal on their skin, and then seeing eels because they're also, you know, scaleless aquatic animal. So it's really interesting how this, you know, the scar tissue and all that, but it's definitely healed up. I'm really happy about that. I still want to completely like revamp his tank. I really want to load it up with some leaf litter because I think he really enjoys it. It's much more comfortable for him too to slither around through leaf litter. And let's see who else. What else is going on that has been dealing with the black water tank? So the tetras, I did lose 4 more of the tetras, the imperial tetras. They were really bad off. So the angelfish are healing. The female, she really had some melt back on her fins, but she is healing well. The male, it seemed like he was completely healthy until she went back in the tank with him, and whatever fungus was kind of consuming and working on her melt back. Like her melt back was healthy, you know, happening as it should happen in the worst case, you know, in the situation that it was in. But I think he got some of that by being close to her. Some of that fungus rolled off onto him. And so now I'm still just trying to keep the salt in the tank to really in it, you know, clearing that up. So the angelfish are good. I'm really not worried about that. That kind of thing with angelfish, that stress and stuff on their fins and a slight little bit of fungal thing on the tips or whatever can be easy to deal with. It was the tetras I was really worried about with that parasite. So the 4 major ones that were infected are gone, and then the rest of the tetra are looking really good. And they have no signs of anything, and I'm going to treat them one more time with the fenbendazole. But the ones that I had separated, I had 4 that were very, very ill, covered with the parasite. I put them into a quarantine tank, and the fenbendazole didn't really seem to do anything. So I will say that, like, I don't know that it actually is the right answer, because it did not seem to really, they just ended up dying. It's more like the stress of the fenbendazole in the amount of parasites on them. They were just over it, and I think they more died of just stress. The medication probably helped kill them, to be honest, because they were so bad off. But so to me, that tank is still under quarantine. Everything, well, most of my tanks, everything stays separate, right? So that 55, like everything about that tank is separate. The nigger sink, but the nigger sink is, ooh, there you go. Yeah, somebody's got a really loud, more speakers than I do. And now they're gonna do their laundry downstairs. So no, they turned the music down a little bit. Anyways, yeah, that's loud. Anyways, yeah, the Nigricinctus, definitely. That is the Imperial Tetra. It's very similar. Yeah, it's very similar to the Emperor Tetra. It looks very similar. Very similar name. It seems that in the Imperial Tetra, the black line, the black lateral line, it's wider. It fades out more over the body. It's a little bit more black. And Imperial Tetra, it's a little bit stronger gold line across the top, and then just a little bit more of a pronounced black line, and more red. I think more red in the fins. Very similar though. I mean, they really close, but definitely two different things. Let's see. The rack is gonna go along. That's happening. I'm waiting until the 10th to actually get the shelving unit. I'm trying to hold out because a friend of mine said he would get it for me. He would bring it over for me for free because he has a vehicle that has to come over. He's going to be coming back to the island from the airport, and he's got to be picked up, and then he'll have this truck. So I'm holding out until the 10th so that I can actually get that delivered to my island from the other island free of charge. So I'm holding out for that. But yes, I can't wait to get that Husky shelving unit. That's probably, like, in America, that's probably like the best thing for the price and the amount of work. I don't know. To me, lumber, if you do the nut math and you use quality lumber, $169 for a full-sized Husky shelving unit with 4 shelves on it is definitely like, it's so much, you know, when you put the labor and everything into it, and the paint. If I want to paint mine black, I just have my thing. I'd like to have lids and stuff. I mean, I can even, and that's the other thing too with the Husky thing. You can get that for 169, and then you could modify it. You could put, like, you know, lids here like I have to kind of block the light, so it's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing on your face when you're trying to look into the tanks, and for camera work as well. But I don't know. I would just go with the shelving units for right now. In America, there's some really cool stuff in Europe. You know, I was looking online and looking at some stuff. There's some, like, oh, it just gets me so jealous. Some really nice, like, steel and aluminum, like, shelving units that are just they're designed for aquatics. Like, you could just do a whole warehouse full of this stuff. Just incredible. But anyways, so yes, I can't wait to get that rack. And I do have a deal on tanks here locally with the pet store on the Big Island, and I get them for, I think, about $30. I pay $30 for a 20 gallon. Wait. Yeah, no, $20 for a 10-gallon aquarium, and $30 for 20 or something like that. Anyways, but it's reasonable for me. It's the best deal I get, and he will literally bring them to the dock, and I can pick them up at the dock, so I don't even have to go to, like, his store. He will deliver them to the waterfront when I come over on a boat, and I'll collect them at the waterfront and just take them and pay them right there at the dock. That's pretty cool. Island stuff. But that's a good deal. He's hooked me up a few times. I think so far I've bought 8 tanks from him. But okay, I don't know how loud the music is. It's loud for me. I have it in my ear. It's in-ear monitor, so it's like some of these tracks, I think they're irritating me more than they might irritate you. Amber hasn't said anything yet, so I don't know. Maybe she's just being nice today. So who in here is going to be at the aquatic experience? I'm not trying to bum anybody out that's not going to be there. I'm just excited. I know that Jess will be there. Amber from Big City Betas will be there. Priscilla will be there. What else we got? I think that's it in here right now. Oh, Rob, you're gonna make it, right? Rob's gonna be there. That'd be cool to meet Rob for sure. That'll be a first. So many in here that I'd like to meet in one of these events. So hopefully we'll do some more stuff. There's that rumor of there being a Vegas Aquashella, and I think that's a good idea. I think it's a good idea because it is a nice place for conventions. They have designed, that place is designed for it. I mean, they've awesome convention centers, and hotels attached, mega hotels. Like, I think it's a good idea. Oh, another thing that's been going on, my Instagram, I'm just about to break 700 on Instagram. I started my Instagram channel. I posted my first picture, let's put it this way. And I posted my first picture on Instagram while I was in Peru. Corey was like, you don't have an Instagram? Like, you need to, like, you gotta have your Instagram, dude. Like, and I was like, and at the same time, Dean too. Dean was like just getting into Instagram too. And I remember there's a couple times in the evening we're all just sitting around in the living room, like, you know, after dinner, all on our phones, just like Instagramming. But like, that was the beginning of Instagram for me. So I'm at 699 this morning. Not that this really means anything. I mean, it's always nice to make yeah, I'm at 699 right now. But it's JH_aquatics is my Instagram. And that's kind of like, you know, I need to be posting more on Patreon, like what I post on Instagram, which is a bit more personal stuff. Sometimes some things that are not necessarily fish related, but a lot of them are really cool. So like when I'm sitting in the fish room and I see a really sexy shrimp and I just got to get a picture, you know, a little shot of it. I'll get a nice shot of it. I throw it up on Instagram, you know, like, so there's a lot of cool stuff like that that goes up on there. So it's cool. If you're not on my Instagram, you might want to check that out. And if I see that, maybe I'll follow you back as well. I was playing around with my microscope just the other day, and I posted up something crazy with my. I put my phone up to the lens on the microscope because what comes across in digital camera is only 4 megapixels. It's just really not that great. It'll work fine for B-roll in a video, and it gives me the ability to record it that way, but I can get cleaner. What you see through the microscope is like so much better than what comes across on the computer. So I put the phone right up to the lens and got that shot that way. That was the first time I've ever played around with that. I'd like to get an adapter up where my digital camera goes because my microscope's already designed for a digital camera. It has 3 ports. It's got the 2 eyes and then the port at the top. So if I get the right little rigging and adapters, I can take this camera right here and put it on the top and get some beautiful stuff. Oh, so I don't know. I gotta look those adapters up. I have a Sony camera, so that whatever that was it an F mount is what they call that, Sony F mount. But I just gotta figure out a way to adapt that. Something out there. I don't even really search that up, but that would be cool because it'd be a lot better shots, and then I could just use that for my B-roll as well and just not even use the software anymore or the 5 megapixel camera. Let's see, because it'd be cool to actually film that in high definition, like 120 frames. That would be pretty sick. All right, okay, I'm geeking out. All right. William Jansen's, how are you? Good to see you here. Daryl Deemer, I gotta get your last. I don't know why. Daryl Deemer. Anyway, sorry. I said it wrong like the whole time we were in Aquatic Experience together, and I just felt so bad. It was like still saying it wrong. Anybody's got going? Let's see what's going on tonight. We have Aquafunk. And I believe he's going on at 7 p.m. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. But I believe Aquafunk is going live before or after. I believe he's going on before King and Queen Cichlids. Now, King and Queen Cichlids is going to be talking about love in the fish keeping hobby, which is a very interesting topic. I really think it's a nice topic. Getting into, you know, what it is to have a, you know, share the hobby with your partner in your relationship. I mean, it's not for everyone, but I think if that works, that is so beautiful. It's a really beautiful thing to see. F mount is Nikon. I don't know, Dwayne. I should know. Okay. Q Aquatics. Okay, there you go. There's the lineup. Aquafunk will be on at 6. So where I'm assuming this is 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So Aquafunk will be on 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Then we're going to have Susie Q Aquatics. She's going to be live 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then King and Queen Cichlids at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, King and Queen. Yeah, man. 30. I'm not even worried about. I mean, I appreciate the likes. I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me for a little bit on Sunday. This is my fun, a little bit of my fun day. It's nice to get on here with you guys and just chill out, chillaxify. We just had Carnival. I know everybody probably had a really awesome 4th of July. 4th of July it's a little bit different here. The 3rd of July we celebrate the emancipation of slavery. So around midnight, so based on the history, you know, like the news came in the middle of the night kind of thing. So things slowly spread across the island that slavery was being emancipated. And so like through the night, it was being passed across the island, people on horses going across to the other side of the island to spread the news. So in the middle of the night on the 3rd of July, we have what's called Juvet, which is, it's a French word and I don't know what it means, but it's like a parade in the middle of the night. It starts about 5 o'clock in the morning and it goes on for a few hours. And it's a very makeshift parade. It's very, very, very simple. It's just a bunch of people with hand instruments, beating on beer bottles, whatever, you know, and just marching through the streets, dancing through the streets, and as they walk through town, they build the crowd, and you know, to celebrate that. And it's a really cool event. It's not something for the tourists, really. I mean, they will observe sometimes. Some will wake up in the middle of the night and come out to observe, but it's more of a local thing. It's more of a local cultural kind of a thing and celebration. And then, of course, on the 4th of July, the next day, everybody goes home and tries to take a nap. And around noon, we have our Carnival, which is also our Carnival, our festival. So it's 4th of July, but it is also our Carnival. So it's a pretty epic 2 weeks because just like other carnivals and other people's carnivals, you know, you got your king and your queen and of stuff like that. So there's events and there's, you know, contests and stuff that go on over the 2 weeks. So we've had like 2 weeks of stuff, and I create content for 2 other websites and 2 other Facebook pages for other clients. And so I've been filming a lot of local stuff, local content for local websites and social media stuff. But I'll tell you what, I filmed that parade, and it was 3 hours straight filming from the press box, from the behind security. When you show up with like your camera all set up, they just assume you're like Associated Press or something, right? And just like wiggle my way in as press. I do it every year, and so I hung out in the press box for 3 hours straight, which gives me like access when the parade comes around the corner where all the television cameras are filming live, and the governor and Secret Service and everything and all the politicians are up in the bandstand right there. Like I can go out into the parade, like interview individual people and get that close-up thing that most people aren't supposed to, you know. I'm on the other side of the fence anyway, so I take advantage of it if I can, but it's really a lot of physical work. I never really, like, it's the only time like once a year that I do that. And the sun is one thing, but just physically like getting down, squatting, getting the shots, like getting pictures of kids and stuff, and you're just moving a lot and like contortioning, getting just to get the angles, get the shots, and running around, trying not to get run over by floats and stuff like that. And it's fun. But you get into the zone, 3 hours later, I haven't eaten, haven't had anything to drink. I'm sunburnt. Yeah. And like anemia is kicking in. But it's fun stuff. But that's all local content. You guys never really see that. That was work. too. Obviously I get paid for that, so that's another plus to that whole deal too. I'm getting paid for those 3 hours, but it's a lot of work. Like I admire anybody like that, especially with the bigger the rig, the more the work. I mean, that's a lot of work to run around with big camera rig and for 3 hours or more with that on your shoulder. I saw one guy who has this like rig on his back with a cable and an arm and a cable, so the camera is just dangling from a cable, so, and it takes all the weight off on his back. It's like it's floating in front of him, which is pretty cool. I'm sure that thing cost a couple $1,000s. Anyways, rambling on. What else is going on around here? I'm about to set up my third Nano Blue Tetra tank. They're doing really good. Colony breeding. I'm really, really stoked about that. Oh, we can look at my blue bolts for a minute. Why not? I have that set up over there. Kind of forgot that I had them all set up. Anyway, so we got a nice little lineup tonight. That's pretty cool. Got some stuff to watch or listen to if you're deep into the water changes or doing something in the fish room, fish house, fish studio. I'm looking forward to some wild betas too. I've got this tank down here that this week or so I have to get this thing edited. This next piece, like, it is so, oh, it's just got me all pumped. I gotta get it finished. So once that's finished, I really want to show you guys. I want to do a scape down here, this Blackwater tank. I keep talking about it, but it's gonna happen. The blue bolts, I have been shipping them. Yeah, I've been shipping them for about a month or so. The problem is right now, these blue bolts here are not for sale. This tank. I have another tank with some that are for sale, but right now, I'm in breeding mode with these guys, and these are kind of my A team for the most part in here. I have two different kinds of snails in this tank, and then the moss that you see in the very front, it's a little bit of a denser moss sitting at the bottom down there next to the cones. That is distich phyllum maribii. I don't know, man, but its nickname is rare moss. It is a very rare moss. It runs about $25 for a 1 inch by 1 inch culture sample of it, and I have it in a few tanks, and this is just like a little sprig of it, but it's like the simple things in life that really get me pumped. Like, if you could see closer, there's lots of little runners, lots of little shoots that are coming up off of these couple of little stems. So it's like, it's happy and it's gonna blow up. This little piece is gonna blow up, and it's like, it's pretty rare moss. But so, and it's like, I don't know, I just get pumped up. It's the little things that get me. I really do. I love mosses. Mosses and liverworts are fun for me. I don't know. They work really well with shrimp too, and I love my shrimp. But yeah, that moss is taken off there. It's really taken off in my other blue volt tank. Pumped about that. The key is just like, don't touch it. It's loving life right now. Just leave it be and don't touch it, and just let it blow up. And then if you do that, then you can come back later and trim it. But you know, when I was younger, I'd play with things too much. You just got to like let it be, give it a chance to get comfortable. Especially things like moss or whatever. They want to, like, if anything, I need to move it to a different spot here because the shrimp move it around a lot, and then it can't get comfortable. But once a moss, I feel like once a moss is like settled in a spot and it's not getting moved around and tumbled or turned over, you give it let it sit there for a month, and it's gonna start to, like, it'll take off because it'll finally, like, okay, I'm settled, I'm in a spot, I can work with this, and then it starts to take off. You really need to have that patience with some plants like that. Even grasses, man. For me, the grass is a real patient thing too. You know, you put them in the tank and you just have to, like, leave it alone. 6 months later, it just starts taking off, and there's runners everywhere, and now it's a weed. Moss rocks. I don't know. I do want to do that eventually. Once I get it going, I want this one and a couple of my other mosses that I'm really, really stoked about. I like the concept of going to the hardware store and getting the volcanic stones that you would put it like in your barbecue grill. I would look for the better quality ones. Some of them can have some stuff on them. You want to definitely clean them. You know, clean them. I would soak them in hydrogen peroxide, lay them out in the sun so that they can dry out in the sun and get some UV dry, and they get the UV light, which will also help to kill some stuff maybe or whatever. But it's more about rinsing any like oils, greases, things that might be on it from being crushed and run through a machine or whatever, however they do that. So but these little pieces of volcanic stone are just perfect. You take a really, really super fine fishing string and just wrap moss, and you make a whole bunch of them, put them into a nice little quarantine tank or whatever, a little and just like grow them all out, and it can be very lucrative. It's mine. You know, it's like Java moss. Mosses will always sell. There's certain things that are just there's always going to kind of be a market for them somehow. It's, you know, there's always somebody who has too much of it and always somebody that has none. Snails are the same way sometimes, you know. You know, one person has got a tank and they're overridden with snails. Another person would literally pay for them, and that's the beauty. That's the beauty of it all. I love Subwasser Tang. Just Subwasser Tang is serious stuff for me. I like put it in every tank. Put it in every tank. And once this moss in the front here, once it gets going, you better believe it. Especially, I don't know, it's like, I feel like if I have something that's rare, I have a responsibility to just like try to grow it like mad and make it a weed. That's what I'm trying to do with my blue tetras if I can even. I'm just trying to breed them like crazy. I want hundreds of them. If they're that rare, I want hundreds of them, so that I can share them and I can keep breeding them. Like, I don't know, it just seems like the right thing to do. Shoot, if I get this rare moss here, if I can get enough of it that I can play with it and do tests with it, I literally take it outside somewhere and just do a tub. Take a bunch of it and just hack it up into little pieces and just spread it across the bottom of something or something. Just let it go mad. I'm daydreaming. Sorry guys. Oh, let's see. Chill your jams. Oh, now finally I'm complaining about the music now. You're complaining about the music now. Well, is it the jam or is it how loud it is? That's the key. Is it the volume or is it how loud it is? That's the key. Actually, whatever. I'm just gonna keep playing my music because I can. Because I can do it. I do what I want. I do what I want. Jason Fish Tropic, how are you? Good to see you here. Yeah, I hope everybody had a good 4th of July. It's weird. It wasn't much of a 4th of July. I didn't do the fireworks thing. I was really hurting. I'm surprised I don't look sunburnt or really too orange here today. But, I don't know. I was a little fried. I came home and I could hear the fireworks, and I'm sure they were awesome. We had like 2 different fireworks shows, so there was like an hour worth of them, but it's like, I almost didn't even want to take a firework picture. Like, I've done it before, and I'm just like, whatever. Pictures of fireworks. I could take 1,000 pictures of fireworks. I could run through a SD card, fireworks. Click, 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 click. I was like, no, I'm going to bed. I had a headache too from dehydrating myself at the parade. I didn't really drink enough water while I was taking pictures at the parade. What else is really cool going on? What's coming up besides that? There was something else I wanted to share. I got some really cool from an anonymous supporter. I got some really cool fish stuff. I got two awesome Whisper air pumps, like big boy Whisper air pumps, like 100-gallon big boys there, and they got the I got airline, I've got gang valves, I got all kinds of goodies for this rack. So like, I have everything I need, at least for to run air for this whole new rack that's coming. So that's super awesome. I really appreciate that support. I really appreciate that stuff. It's gonna be fun. I'm really not trying to touch it right now because my plan, I just want to, when I build this rack, I want to organize. I want to do it very, really get the waste, water, air, and everything kind of tied in, clean, looking nice and clean and organized before I really go at it. I don't know. It's just going to be a funny one because I'm going to have to move a lot of stuff to, you know, I'm going to have to move a rack of tanks to put that new rack where it is, and then all those tanks go up on it. So it's going to be a nice juggle. It'll be fun. Rob knows how it is. I'm sure most of you know what it's like. But yeah, it'll be fun. I'm gonna reorganize, move some things around. It's worth it. It'll be a good thing. What else? What else is going on? Oh, speaking of drone footage, drones. Yes, I have some drone stuff I've been working on. I'm gonna have to start using that too. I need to get out into the wild a little bit more. Go collect some guppies or something. For show. Let's see. Wait. What's this track? It's called Happy. The name of this track is Happy. Let's just see how happy. See how happy this track is. So I'm showing my t-shirts for the fun of it right here. These are my Teespring t-shirts. I have these over there on Teespring. It's there's probably about 23 different t-shirt designs. They're cool. If you like them, you like them. I don't know. I don't want to push them too hard. They're fun. I'd like some of them for myself, obviously. But there's some cool stuff over there. What is... I hope Candy's doing well. That's one thing I just realized. Candy is not here today. That's what's different today. I hope she's doing well. Hope everybody's doing well over there. Hope they're enjoying their Sunday. The whole family. Yeah, today I'm going to grind. I'm going to turn on the music. I might even play this stuff, you guys. I might even play this. This is Happy. Let's put this on. Pull my hat back and I start doing water changes. Happy Sunday water change day, guys. Yeah. Do some water changes. And then I'm going to sit here with a monster in front of this computer and I'm going to grind away and cut up this footage. Oh, just get it done. Get it done. I just want to see it finished. Sorry, I'm losing it. Got about 6 minutes left, you guys. I hope you guys have a good Sunday today, and I look forward to seeing you guys around the other streams this afternoon. Definitely gonna check out as many of those streams as possible. I'm gonna be around here doing something. Even editing away. What I'm editing is mostly just audio. I mean video, no audio right now. So I will be able to like catch the streams and like listen to the streams and hang back on one computer and just chill while I'm working because I'm not like having to focus on audio, which is normally how I kind of edit. I'm doing something different. I'm gonna have a little fun with this. This is fun. It's nice to do things different. I definitely say if you're a content creator out there in the chat right now watching the stream, yeah, challenge yourself. You know, try something new. I feel like I like let it go for a little while and just like doing what works and just getting by. But that's not fun. And from an artistic point of view, that's not fun as an artist. And it's always nice to challenge yourself. Try something new. Do something a little bit different. Change it up a little bit. It's how we grow. It's how we learn. It's how we evolve, right? Same with the hobby, right? You just get stuck in the same thing. You know, I'm looking at even maybe like one day we'll go salty. I'll get salty. When the time is right, it'll happen. I'm not saying anything. I'm watching the chat. I'm over here reading the chat, trying to make sure I try to pay attention to the chat. I get so much havoc for not reading the chat, so I'm trying to like trying to keep an eye on that as well. What else is going on? What else is going on? What else is going on out there? Aquatic Experience is coming up too. That's gonna be fun. It's like 3 weeks after Aquashella, so I hope to see some of you guys there as well. I really look forward to trying to make that happen. I don't know what magic tricks I'm gonna do to make that happen, but I will do everything I can to be at the Aquatic Experience as well. I really like supporting the fish tube and the fish keeping community here on YouTube. And going to these events is a good way to do that as well. Supporting my time a little bit, help set up the booth, help. Just it's fun. I love those kind of things. I get high off of it. I love I grew up doing theater and stuff like that and working with that mostly behind the scenes techie stuff. But I love the high of theater, of like the production and getting it done, and definitely can get a little bit pumped up. It's a fun thing to do. I don't know. I've done a lot of that. A lot of probably can't tell from my poopy content, but I've worked with film a lot. I worked on a lot of film crews and stuff, and worked with people. I definitely love that environment. It's fun stuff. And the conventions and stuff, trade shows and stuff. That stuff is fun for me too. I really enjoy it. This music seems a little loud. It seems so loud. DaVinci Resolve 16. I really editing tool. I use I'm playing around with Premiere, Adobe Premiere. I'm paying for it, but I don't really use it as much as I should. I use HitFilms 4 Express, which is a free editing software. I've used that since the beginning, and it's worked very well for me. I'm not built big on a bunch of transitions and crazy effects. I really pretty much the basics. I mean, cross dissolve, some dithers, some fading here now. Like really, there's a lot you can create with a very simple amount of a very, very small amount of like transitions and stuff. And it's more, I'll be completely honest, it's more about the story. You want to create a good piece of content. You want to make a good full feature cinematic film. You want to write a good book, anything. You want to write a good story, blog, for a website. It's all about the story. That's my biggest number one tip to anyone and everyone out there. As content creator, anything that you do, if you do any kind of content creation, whether it be YouTube, writing a book, writing anything, it's all about the story. People want a story. Psychologically, how humans are created and designed, we like a story, and we want to be emotionally involved and connected with something. And so that's just my biggest tip there is focus on the story you're trying to tell. And I think I don't know, that I'm learning. I'm trying to do the same, so I'm not one to I'm not trying to preach it. I'm just saying that's the boat that I'm in. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm trying to focus my energy, is on the story more than than just throwing out a bunch of content and B-roll and stuff, which I have done a lot of. And I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of burnt out on my own content. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I'm not burnt out, but I'm not burnt out. But it's like an artistic thing where if you're an artist and you're just like, you can have creative ruts, but you can also look at your stuff and be like, I want to make something different. I want to make something that surprises me. It's something that I'm gonna enjoy doing. Yeah, it's gotta be fun. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate everyone out there, all of your support. I appreciate the super chats today. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate all of you friends of mine out there that support me away from YouTube and the other platforms on the internets. But I really do appreciate all of it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. I hope you spend some time with your families, as we all should. Go outside and play. Go get some fresh air. Go get some sunlight. Get some vitamin D. Something like that. Anyways. And I'm really at my time. Looks like I'm like 1 minute over my time. I don't know. I'm gonna go make a little bit more coffee, get these water changes done, take care of my fish, check that off the list, so that I can sit down here and grind away a little bit at the computer and get some stuff done. But yeah, I look forward to seeing the streams tonight, guys. Don't miss that. Don't miss King and Queen cichlids tonight. So what do we got there? Where's the lineup? The lineup is 6 o'clock. We have, oh, what's order? I'm so bad. I'm losing it. The order is 6 o'clock is, I've lost it. Susie Q is Susie Q is 6, and then somebody help me in the chat right now. I know it's King and Queen cichlids at 8 o'clock, but I forget who's first. 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock. We have, who's first? Aquafunk or Susie Q? Everybody's leaving already. Aquafunk is first, so it's Aquafunk at 6 o'clock, and then we're gonna have Susie Q Aquatics at 7 o'clock, and then we have King and Queen cichlids at 8 o'clock tonight, Eastern Standard Time. And then what is the other thing? What else we got going on? I'm stoked about that subject matter. It's really, really cool. I mean, I am single right now, but I totally get it, and it is really, really. I look at it. I get your topic tonight. I'm totally on that. But to me, I see it as all just, it really is. It's just about a balance in life and a balance with the hobby and content creation on the platform. And, we create a good positive balance, and all works and coexists. Your relationship works with your hobby, and if you can bounce things off of each other and still agree to disagree, the whole thing, it can be a really beautiful, a nice beautiful balance. But this is a beautiful thing to be able to balance a relationship with the hobby, and then to also kind of balancing it with the community and with content creation and social media platforms and stuff. It's not for everyone, that's for sure. So hats off to you guys for doing that. And I really appreciate you guys throwing out some really awesome content, really cool hot topics there. So I will definitely see you guys tonight. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so very, very much. And remember, keep your tanks clean, your fish fed, and have fun.